So today I'm going to be teaching you how to solve this problem. This is something that a pharmacy technicians would have to do in order for them to dispense medication for patients. So we're going to do this one. I'm going to teach you how to solve it. So right here we have the order, what the doctor has ordered for the patient. It's Tylenol liquid 880 milligrams PO Q4H PRN pain. That means that the doctor has ordered for the patient to take Tylenol liquid 480 milligrams by mouth every 4 hours as needed for pain. Okay, so that is the doctor's order for the patient to take Tylenol liquid 800 milligrams by mouth every 4 hours as needed for pain. So this is what we have in stock. The supply is what we have in stock, what we have in the pharmacy. We have Tylenol 160 milligrams per 5 ml. And then this number right here means how many milligrams, how many mLs our bottle has. So we have bottles of 120 mLs. So based on this information, we have to solve this problem. Like based on this information, we have to answer these 3 questions. The first one is how many ml per dose the patient will take. The second one is how many ml per day the patient will take. And then the third one is how many bottles for a 90-day supply the pharmacy needs to dispense for the patient. So for the first one, we are going to use D divided by H times Q. That means dose what the doctor has prescribed, that's our dose. H is what we haven't supplied, it's 160, and Q is 5 ml. So we're gonna start like this. 480 mg divided by 160 times 5 ml. So 480 divided by 160, 480 divided by 160 gives us 3 times 5, 15 ml. So this is our dose. This is our mLs per dose. So the patient will take 15 mLs per dose. That is how you get the dose. Every dose that the patient will take is going to be 15 mLs. So we go to the second question. The second one is how many mLs per day the patient will take. Since the patient will take this medication every 4 hours, we will have to do this. So it's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 6. The patient will take this medication 6 times a day. So we will have to multiply 15 ml times 6. And that will give us 90. I'm gonna write it down so you know what this 6 stands for. 6 times a day. So 15 ml per dose times 6 times a day equals to 90 ml. So how many mLs per day the patient will take? 90 ml. And then we go to the third one. How many bottles for a 90-day supply are needed? Since we know how many mLs the patient will take per day, now we have to multiply 90 ml per day times 90 days that the patient is going to take the medication. So 90 times 90 equals to 8,100. So once we have the total of mLs that the patient will take in those 90 days, we go back to this, because the question is asking us how many bottles for a 90-day supply. So we have to go back to the bottles, to how many mLs the bottle has. We have bottles of 120 mLs. We will have to write the total of mLs that the patient is going to take for those 90 days and divide that by 120 mLs, because we have bottles of 120. So we divide 8,100 ml by 120 ml, and that gives us 67.5 bottles. We have to dispense whole bottles. We cannot dispense 67.5 bottles. So we are going to round that up to 68 bottles. So we will be dispensing 68 bottles to the patient. And that is how you solve this kind of problems. This is what the pharmacy technician